So quick Tower of Terror story. So me and my wife Darcy are at Hollywood Studios at Disney World, and we're getting on Tower of Terror. Now my wife is deathly afraid of heights and drops, hates Tower of Terror, but she mustered up the courage to get on the ride. I love the ride, but regardless, she hates it. But we got on it. And Tower of Terror is famous for never the same fear twice. It's always a different drop combination every time you ride the ride. So while we're on it, it goes all the way to the top. And it just sits there. And I'm like, all right, when's it gonna drop? And it doesn't. We're up at the top of Tower of Terror for 10 minutes. First couple minutes, you're like, maybe this is part of the ride. A couple minutes after that, you're like, everyone's starting to mutter to each other, like, what's going on? After 5-6 minutes go by, everybody's worried. Now, Darcy is freaking out. She's like hyperventilating, but like quietly, because we're at Disney. There's plenty of children all around us, especially one like 4 or 5-year-old kid who like just made it on the ride, sitting right next to us. So Darcy's freaking out, but she's like doing it quietly. She's like, I don't like this. She's saying it to me. I'm trying to like talk her off the ledge a little bit. I'm like, everything's fine. We're fine. They have fail-safe procedures for all this. They know what they're doing. It's Disney. Inside, I'm kind of freaking out too, because I'm like, we are up here for way too long. It's very high in the air. I don't like it either. Not long after, a voice starts coming over the intercom above us, like saying like, North Tower, 787, like going through a lot of like, feels like military code. And I'm like, oh my God, like something's going on. And then right after they give their weird military code, the voice says, all right, we will be dropping you immediately. And I look over at Darcy, I'm like, hold on. And then the voice pops back on and says, slowly. Like clearly whoever was on the intercom was like, oh crap, I should have just said drop them immediately. Drop them immediately, slowly is what she said. And then we slowly started to descend down the building. And that was like a relief. But if you're really, honestly, if you're trying to scare people, which I guess is the point of the ride, definitely say we're dropping you immediately from a ride that you think is broken. That'll scare people. Anyways, at the end, we get to the bottom, everything's fine. And the little kid next to us is like, hey, that was really fun. All the Disney workers were like, if you want to get back on the ride, we'll get you right back on real quick, because they fixed whatever the problem was. And Darcy was like, we're not going on that again. And we walked out of the thing. I was like, I got to go with her.